What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blue Nitro back in the video for you guys, and today we got a brand new DC video. And yeah, we're gonna be rounding up DC news from the past week. Let's get right into this. So, as you know, James Gunn, he's on Twitter very much. He's answering a ton of questions and stuff like that. So I just grabbed a whole bunch of screenshots of the interesting things, and we're just gonna be compiling them into this one video. With the first tweet being this: any predictions on when all the DCU Chapter 1 projects will be shown to the public? James responded by saying, Superman Legacy comes out July 11th, 2025, as you already know. And he said that's the first film. We already knew that as well. And then he said Creature Commandos will be out before that on TV. So that means Creature Commandos will be coming out before July 11th, 2025. So anytime 2024 to 2025. And we already knew this was probably going to be the case because James Gunn said back in December when he announced the DC slate, or the DCU slate, that he was already done writing the episodes for Creature Commandos. And as we know, the news came out a few days ago about the casting for Creature Commandos with Frank Grillo and David Harbour and other actors in it getting casted for the roles in the anime show. Watch that video if you haven't already. I'll link it right here. And yeah, this gives us a rough timeline of the DCU. The next question that was asked was, will Waller also be out before? James Gunn responded by saying, if it's done in time, yes. So assuming it is getting done in time, that means it will release before July 11th, 2025. So before Superman Legacy releases. Obviously after Creature Commandos, because Creature Commandos is way ahead in production compared to Waller. And then someone asked, what about the second season of Peacemaker? Is it still even happening? James responded by saying, yes, after Superman. I'm guessing by the looks of this, I don't know, I think that he means post-production starts after Superman Legacy comes out. Or maybe means it's coming out by then, like after. So yeah, this confirms that Peacemaker Season 2 is happening. We had a pretty good idea that was going to happen with what James Gunn was saying beforehand, but this also gives us a timeline, meaning that production won't even start until near this time or even after, and also the season isn't going to even come out till after Superman Legacy, which is July 11, 2025. And then here's the breaking news. Someone asked, is Creature Commandos coming out in 2024? And James Gunn, with a bombshell of an answer, said yes. And you can see here, there's a rough little, timeline that we're laying out here with the DC projects, with a few of them, the first few. So this is a good step to see what James Gunn's main plan is, like his master grand plan for the DCU. Here's a graphic that I made that shows a rough timeline of the first few DCU projects in Chapter 1. The next question that was asked was, James, as reported by Scoopers, is the casting Superman Legacy completed? James responded by saying, no, we haven't cast anyone. So as you know, James Gunn, he's very notorious for going on Twitter and just, shooting down these rumors, leaks, because, he just hates when that type of stuff goes around, fake information. He likes being the one that, sets out the news, that, breaks the news about his own projects. So yeah, James Gunn confirmed that Superman Legacy casting is not completed yet. They have not cast anyone. They're still in the finding someone, from the sounds of it. And then here, James Gunn is debunking a rumor that says James Gunn has booted Zachary Levi as Shazam in the DCU and is in talks with Alan Richardson for the role. And then someone asked him, James Gunn, is that true? And he said, no, lol, Jesus. So as right now, Zachary Levi is still here. He's still here, man. Just barely. We know that most likely he's going to be gone because, Shazam 2, that flopped. Regardless of the reasons it flopped, right? You can say, oh, maybe it flopped because James Gunn just announced the whole new DCU. So a ton of people were just, turned off by even watch this movie because there's no point, right? That's a fair point. But regardless, it still flopped. And that's all that really matters. If it doesn't make money, then why would they even have the same actor, Shazam, as right now? Like, just reboot him. That makes no sense. Build him up again. I don't know, make him better. I'll summarize this tweet. But pretty much it says that this guy has a comic book shop and they ordered the Authority book 1 and, it's just out. It's out. Still can't get it, man, because it's sold out. Because when James Gunn announced the Authority back then in December when he announced the DCU slate, the books just sold out for the Authority. I noticed that a lot of the books sold out, but in particular the Authority Volume 1. And yeah, this guy's saying they're still sold out and stuff like that. And on top of that, he asked, has Wildcats been talked about in the chapters? And then James Gunn responded by saying, I just got new copies of the Authority, so hopefully it will be there soon. So even James Gunn, man, he just got his now. We're doomed. Any of us are trying to get this, we're doomed, bro. James Gunn just got his now. After how many months? Like 3-4? That's tough. That's actually tough. And he also said, and we've talked about everything. So they're considering everything, every single DC thing you can think of, DC character, etc. that you can think of. They ever discussed it, or they're just considering it, at least considering anything and everything. And that's a good thing. I think that's the right approach because you want to have new, fresh characters, and that's what James Gunn's been doing. Especially with his DCU slate when he announced it back then. There's a whole bunch of new projects about a whole bunch of new IPs, characters that no one really knows about unless you're like, really deep into DC Comics. That's a good thing though, because you're building up new characters and stuff that people don't know anything about, so we'll be more interested in those things if you write them right, make the stuff right, produce it right, everything like that. I'll just summarize this tweet as well. But pretty much, this apparent leak / rumor says that Aaron Paul has been in talks to star in Booster Gold, and it seems pretty likely that he'll get the part, right? That's the gist of it. James Gunn responded by saying, pretty much it's a lie. He said, I like Aaron a lot, personally and professionally, but we've never discussed this. And the rest of it is also 100% made up. So you completely debunked this. Completely. He just said none of this happened. None of the stuff in this tweet happened. It's all fake. James Gunn's out here, slamming the hammer, man. He's just matumbling everyone, just blocking everyone's shots, man. This is insane, man. I love this. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. He's getting the fake news out of here. This is great. The next question he was asked was, have you talked to the entire Guardians of the Galaxy cast about potential being in the DCU? James Gunn responded by saying, some of them. So that's interesting, because obviously, first person you think of is Chris Pratt or someone like Batista, Drax, being in DCU. And obviously, there was a big rumor going on back in December when, the DCU slate was announced that Chris Pratt was going to be Booster Gold, and it kind of didn't make sense, but I think they might just go for some new actor that, no one really knows and build them up, right? Hey, that's a good approach. Why not? Get someone new in here, establish them. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. And that's all news for the DC Roundup. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.